What's going on, champs and champets? It's FireMonkey here, and in today's YouTube video we have to talk about some changes to one of the cups that have actually gone down. Now, as you guys may have recalled, just the other day we made a video talking about the Kazuna AI x Fortnite collaboration, which included a skin right here. It also included a Lego style, but after switching my rendering mode so that my Fortnite recordings would stop lagging, the Lego style is just not selectable here. But we also got this backbling right here, the Kazuna AI wings, which is only part of the big Kazuna AI collaboration I'll be hitting the item shop, as there's a whole nother skin, a whole nother back bling, instrument skins, all that type of stuff. But you were able to actually compete just the other day in order to get one of the skins and one of the skins back blings a little bit early. As you can see, for NA East it is the top 350, but here is where today's video comes into play. What if I told you it wasn't always the top 350? Of course, you can go through here, look at everyone who has like 500 points, 400 points. You can go all the way down to like the top 350, and you can view everyone who has actually earned the skin. But if we go up here to top 350, you can see right here it's these two people, Commando and Snow. This 351st person could have technically qualified for the skin back then, and actually not even just them, but if we go ahead and go through here, go all the way down 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, all of these people, oh god, okay, we went a little bit too far, but all these people up to 900th place technically could have qualified for the skin before Epic Games did a last minute change that they didn't actually even tell anyone. Now, while we talk about this, I'm actually going to go ahead and queue up that first place person's replay, and we'll just go ahead and watch that as the background footage so you guys still technically get some content here. But Epic Games originally planned for certain regions to have a higher pricing. Now, for example, North America Central, the region we're technically in right here because East and Central is combined together, that was originally going to be something where you're going to be able to get that pricing by getting in the top 900 players. However, for whatever reason it might be, Epic Games changed it from the top 900 to the top 350. Another example is EU, which changed from the top 2,350 to the top 1,000, and then of course we have other regions like Brazil, which changed from having the top 400 players earning the skin to the top 150 players earning the actual skin. So it's very crazy to see this actually happen, and it's very crazy to kind of see all these different changes where they kind of announce these tournaments. You know, they're getting people hyped up to actually participate in these cups and everything else, and then they decide last minute without telling anyone, hey, you know that pricing that we said we're going to be more gracious about? You know, for example, the EU, we said we're going to give 2,350 players this. We've changed our mind very last minute. We're not going to tell you guys, but now only the top 1,000 players are going to actually be able to obtain this. And if I actually look at my other monitor, I have all the pricing changes and when it actually happened. So keep in mind, the cup was basically yesterday, and they changed the pricing yesterday at 12:46 p.m. So like an hour or two before these cups had actually gone, you know, active for people to actually participate, meaning that the old pricing was viewable in game previous days. You know, ever since it's been in the API, ever since the Kazuna AI skin has basically been decrypted, it's been there and people could have seen it. So in the EU, they originally changed it to be the top 1,175, and then 10 minutes later they changed it to be even lower, being top 1,000, meaning they went from 2,350, they cut the pricing in half to 1,175, and then they decided to do an even number and cut it down even more, 175 more players, to make it the top 1,000. For Brazil, they made it the top 150, North America West, they made it the top 150, and North America Central, they made it the top 350 as well. But it's very odd to see them do this, you know, see them on the exact same day as these cups kind of going on, decide, you know what, we want less people actually earning this outfit. And I know we kind of already announced that you're already able to see the pricing in the in-game feed or whatever else, but what if we go ahead and change it? You know, let's just change it last minute and let's not talk about this. And now there have been some people online who have actually kind of analyzed this and noticed these changes happening. My bot picked it up, but obviously I don't really look at that bot's channel because it pings about every single bonus tournament change or whatever else. But it's just an odd thing to see them do. And I wanted to hear from you guys who are kind of more in the competitive scene. If you somehow watch my channel and you're in the competitive side of stuff, what do you think about these changes? And of course, even if you're not competitive, what do you think about these weird changes Epic Games has done, where they do it very kind of like last minute. They're just like, you know what, right now is the perfect time for us to go ahead and do these slight little micro adjustments and give less people a free prize, especially when it comes to these certain online competitions and everything else. I get you don't want to give out like a million prizes or whatever, because it does kind of, you know, make a prize less of a prize if absolutely everyone can get it. But if you announce it at like the top 2,000, for example, or I guess top 2,350, I don't see a reason last minute to change it and half it, because, you know, it's like the difference between the top 2,350, like 2 or 3 days before an item shop reset, and top 1,000 isn't really going to be that much of a bank breaker for Epic Games if you really think about it. And when we scrolled through here, you saw for in a East or Central or whatever else, that the top 900 players who technically could have qualified for the skin all still had above 315 points around that in order to actually earn themselves the outfit. So if you're out there grinding out these competitive events and you're earning over 300 tournament points, now of course I'm not for sure how easy it was to actually earn points in this specific cup. I know they changed the pricing for every single cup out there. Then I think you should have done something like, you know, like even if you changed it and you're like, yeah, we don't want to give you the skin, you still have like the wrap from the collaboration or something. You could have given out a smaller prize for those people who were misled into originally participating, thinking that they were going to be able to actually earn the outfit. At the end of the day, of course, no one's really entitled to the pixels they're earning on their screen. It just kind of sucks to see some people see something to put effort into, and then without Epic Games publicly announcing anything, some of these people might have put in way more effort than they actually intended, not realizing that it was all for nothing, because what they originally thought was going to earn them the skin no longer earned them any prizes at all, due to them sneakily shadow changing it in the API. With that said, however, I hope you champs and champions enjoyed today's YouTube video. Let me know in the comments down below your thoughts and everything else. Consider using code FireMonkey in the item shop to support me. Hashtag added Epic partner, all that good stuff. Yes, I'm throwing out like 500 promos at the end of the video. Sue me. Anyways, until tomorrow, catch you champs and champettes a little bit later. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, and peace out.